Guys, just as I finished recording my last video, I just remembered I also traded MRR. Now this stock did a little pop on open. It had 1 billion shares on issue and about 50 mil market cap. So it opened up from 52, opened up at 58 and rallied to 64 mil market cap. And this was the news announcement. Now what's the very first thing your eyes see? 3.42% lithium. Lithium oxide, and then 1.59% lithium, and then a bunch of other crap, right? But it's in red. And then people just look at this. Now, what happens if the trade opens up plus 10, 15, 20%, and you've got a minute to find this announcement? You bring it up. What's the first thing you see? This red thing here. You go, oh my God, that is sick amounts of lithium. 3.42%, take my money. Unfortunately, upcoming RC drilling is planned. Oh, that's a bit unusual. Isn't this the drill result? The answer is no, because there's no meters or there's no depth or anything. It's just a rock chip assay. Now, if you know anything about my content, especially my older content, like when I first started making videos, is what do I think about rock chip, guys? Come on. What do I think about them? They're absolute fucking garbage. They very, very, very rarely represent what's in the ground. So MRR, I caught it as someone mentioned it. It hit 6.2, and I opened up the announcement. I might have caught it a little bit sooner, but I spotted the announcement, saw this, saw the words rock chip assays, saw this highlighted in red, and I knew exactly what was going on. People FOMO'd in, not knowing that this was rock chip, or they just didn't read the document properly, or they just see this image and they assume that's part of the drill core when it's not. It's terrible. Rock chip, rock chip, rock chip. It's garbage, in my opinion. Every company does it, so whatever. Rock chips occasionally go to the moon if you've got, like 800 grams a ton of gold or something, but typically they do not move a stock. Now, what do we have here? We have a $50 million company rallying on rock chips. This is absolute primo short material. Let me tell you guys, when I found this, I locked in every single short I could. So got it from 6 cents was my first order. Got it at 5.9, and then because what I was doing was I was panicking, right? I was bringing up my sell tickets. It was like, just how many shares do I need? Do I need 1,000, 10,000, 100,000? I didn't get my metrics right. Long story short is I spammed a bunch of orders because I needed something in there. Long story short, there wasn't much shares available for borrow, understandably, for a $60 million company. But it does have 1 billion shares on issue, right? So that makes it a little easier to short. And also keep in mind, 1 billion shares on issue and it's rallying on rock chips. That is like the fucking dream short. The only way this could get better is if there was 2 billion shares on issue and if, of course, this rallied a little bit more. So it is what it is. I had to go ask Invest for more shares, and all they could give out was an extra 100,000 and another 100,000 later on. But ended up getting 6.59 added on more at 5. I think it was either 5.8 or 5.7. And then there was this little pop here, which was concerning a little bit because it's like, okay, it hit VWAP. My stop, ideally, my mental stop was 5.9. Sorry, it was a hard stop, and 6 cents was a hard stop, and turned it into a mental stop because here's the confusing thing. And I was talking about this earlier with someone else, and why? Why does this pop? There's like a little range here that it's going through. Why does it pop? And why does it pop on like 60 grand of volume? In theory, right? In theory, people with money should know that this is garbage. This, like, not the company, but the announcement and like the price action was garbage given the actual news event. So why is someone marketing from 5.6 to 5.8? It just doesn't make sense with decent size. So it was a little bit concerning. But I ended up getting out, sorry, not that 5.5, getting it out here. Scaling out at 5.5, 5.4 ended up stacking on the bid. And I thought, you know what, 5.5 is a good bottom. That'll do. I tried getting back at 5.7. I had to ask for shorts again to get surprisingly another only 100k, which just isn't enough, but it is what it is. I can't really complain about borrow on a $60 million company, but that would have been really, really nice because there was a okay size went through there from memory. Anyway, sat in the book, didn't get filled. I think there was like at least another 800k shares in front of me, so there was just no chance of getting filled. Probably should have taken reopened at 5.6. I know someone on Discord did take it at 5.6 and 5.5, and then of course it just gets murdered into close. So I'm happy with my trade from 6 through to 5.7, short closing at 5.5. Could have been a little bit better if I waited longer, but I did try getting back in. I was really sort of cognizant that this was happening. I was just doing a little bit of a bounce based on the order book. A lot of fake orders on the bid, and fake orders came in at 5.4, convincing people to hop in at 5.5 and then push it to 5.6. And it was just a lot of order book games were going on that I was super aware of because I was paying attention to it all day long. Very, very clean order book, just very standard stuff. The sell side was super thin at one point, and the bids were like 1.5 mil, 1.5 mil, 1.2 mil. And it's just like, oh, this is so propped up. It's delicious. Amateur retailers are going to be buying this thing, and they just don't understand. Can't blame them. Not everyone knows how to read the order book, but it is what it is. And then it just gets mauled. And then someone linked me to Hot Copper day trade thread, and hello to everyone on the day trade thread. I've recognized a few names there, but I saw some guys talking about like it's basing at this level. Oh, is this the bottom here at 5.5, and oh, it's going back to 6.2, and it's just like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, it's rock chip, guys. Like, because I'm banned on Hot Copper, so I can't post on there and just like clue these people in to what's going on. But even if I told them, you can take the horse to water, but they're not going to listen. You can't make that horse drink. But this entire day is what I'd call classic rock chip announcement, right? Just really stellar stuff. Really happy with it. Really happy with how it turned out. A little bit slower than I'd like to get to 5.1, and even that was a surprise move. I was thinking 5.3 was the absolute bottom, but that extra push to 5.1, and that wiped 5.1, by the way. There's a big stack at 5 on the bid. Just an absolute gorgeous move. So I couldn't help but come back and record just MRR because it was such a good trade. So anyway, guys, I'll catch you on the next one.